Hey, so it's Randy from Happy Maple Nursery here, and today we're just working on some of our more mature maples. We processed a few of these younger guys. You can see here, just to kind of get them started, nothing too fancy. And now we're moving on to these more mature trees that have a little more branching, a little thicker trunk. It is incredibly hot today, so we're not going to work the roots. We do have some issues with the roots to deal with. You can see they're potted quite high, so the roots are quite exposed. We hope to get some nabari starting here, so we'll at some point do some ground layering with these, but not today. So we grow these in a pot on the ground, and we mulch up quite high, so the roots actually escape and give it a lot of vigor. We're just going to cut some of that off. And go from there. So this tree is probably the tallest. I just grabbed 3 random ones. We have quite a few to do, so we'll just show you what we're up to. Start by removing anything that's obviously dead. And trying to find our basic front. It's probably going to be here, I would think. And so we're just going to look to clean that up. Got some thick branches in here. And actually, we're going to try to keep some cuttings, so I'm going to try to keep some of these longer shoots. And we're just going to go and trim things up. And so we got a lot of branching, a lot more than we need. We could even air layer a piece of this off, but I think we'll keep it for now. And a little difficult with the wind. We're just going to clean the front of the tree, giving it a basic shape. Big thick guy there that we're going to cut back. That as well. That. Cut this back. Cut this back. Cut this back. This. Kind of awkward. It doubles back on itself. We're not going to worry about that right now. That's kind of our basic shape. And now we're going to go and prune out anything that'll be a problem in the future. So we got this big heavy branch here. Like I said, we could air layer off in here, but I don't think we're going to. So we're going to chop this back and force some ramification. And we'll take that back. So that's pretty much it. Got more branching that we need, like I said. Hopefully we get something out here and we can take this out. Or keep something here and something more here, and then we'll just keep developing this guy. I am going to pot this much higher. I won't show you that part. So that's one done. And we're on to another one here. So this guy's, again, they have awkward root structures. They were nursery grown, so they get a little weird. You've got to come back and kind of repair that, or work on it, I should say, but that's not a big deal. So we're just trying to find, we've got a nice little angle here, and the main trunk comes up, and then we've got what could be a leader here. And if we look at the other side, we got something similar. Nabari is going to need to be rebuilt down here. So we'll pot this higher, maybe cause a superficial wound here, maybe pack that with some sphagnum moss, and hopefully we'll get some good root growth. So I'm just going to remove these little stubs, just for aesthetic reasons. Yeah, so we can take that, use that as a leader, use this as a branch. It's quite small, it's kind of nice. This is kind of thick, but would be nice as a leader here. Oops, a leader here. This is a first branch. So I kind of like that, and then maybe we can air layer that off for a really small tree. Not sure. But we'll leave that growing just to continue to pull sap up and keep things happy. And we'll work on this. Could wire this down now, but I don't think we need to. This is dying back, so we'll let it keep going. And back here, the stub where we cut. And I think that's about it for this guy. We'll maybe throw some wire on this and try to get some movement in it. Just because this will become our main leader at some point, so great opportunity to put some interest in it. So wiring maples can be a bit tricky because of the big boom of growth. They get a big swell and they scar, and that scar is really hard to get rid of in the future, so we're going to have to watch this wire. This tree's young enough, I think, and we're going to grow it on enough, hopefully, that we can eliminate any damage we do. But we will attempt to watch it. It happens quite quickly in some cases, so you've got to really be on it. But not a big deal. Alright, so if we think of this as our main tree, so I think if we visually think of this part being gone, we have our first branch, maybe a second branch over here. This trunk style that I'm bending here is a little upright. Try to smooth out this curve a bit so it doesn't look too artificial. Again, you gotta visually, and hopefully you can see that. We're on a green background with a green tree, so not perfect, but you know. So it goes up, gotta bend here, comes forward, work this down, work this over. Maybe the tree will be leaned back a bit as well. So this front doesn't come at you too hard. And actually, we're missing an anchor point here, which is making this hard to stick. So I'm gonna wrap this a little higher and onto the trunk. This is get you there wiring, nothing I'd take too heart. And that's kind of it. We have another branch here. We can play with this branch. We can play with this branch. So we have a few options. I think we'll just leave it like that. We'll let this grow. Let these back branches grow. And we'll see how that goes. So that's number 2. Number 3. Just removing any of these roots, escaping the pot. And again, we've got a very high potted tree. This was done intentionally to try to pull these a little further and clean up what I had here. So we'll do a superficial wound here. We'll look to pack some sphagnum moss around here and then bring the medium up in order to encourage what would be, I guess, a ground layer in this case, where we get some new roots to build out new nabari starting. This one's kind of interesting if we just open it up. Got a lot of heavy branching here. But a decent tree started. I kind of like the bones. Got a nice little curve here. It'll probably be something like this. This would be the angle. Something like that. Where we have a little subtle shape. Comes up. We've got some interest in the tree. So we're going to remove this whole thing. Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to take the whole thing back. And I wanted to keep these for cuttings as well. So I am going to have to move quickly and get these guys inside. Where is this cooler? Because it is extremely hot today, and these young little cuts will dry up quite quickly, so we don't want that. So we're just kind of cutting things to shape here. I'm just gonna stand up. And so we've got a weird, the front kind of turns away from us, but that's okay. And we'll just cut some of this to get some ramification. Cut this back. Cut this back. Maybe leave these two going to pull some sap up, and I think that's about it. Cut this. We're intentionally leaving things a little long. That's basically our tree. But these guys run, just kind of continue to build, and we may in the future have to get rid of some of this. Like this is quite thick. It's almost rivaling, the thickest part of the tree. So we may have to actually take that back. Same with these. These are really long, so hopefully we get some buds starting down here, and we can work that back. In fact, I'm gonna do it. I know there'll be buds of these internodes farther down, so we'll take that right back. We've got buds there, buds here. We're gonna take it way back. Too much here. I know I've got buds there, but I'll just leave it. And actually, we'll take this a bit farther back if we can. And this as well. Anyways, we got buds here. Alright, that's our tree. So imagine it being somewhere around here, this filling out. Maybe we'll even chop it down a bit lower. And but right now we'll grow this up as a leader. That's it, tree number 3. So we're just going to collect these juicy cuttings we got down here and try to pot some of these up. That's it. Take care.